Fish farming in Kenya has a relatively long history that dates back in the 1920s. Freshwater fish account for close to 98% of Kenya's reported aquaculture production, and Kenya is now ranked fourth major producer of aquaculture in Africa. Demand for fish has increased drastically due to population growth and increased awareness on fish nutrition benefits. This has attracted stakeholders in the food sector to implement capacity-building initiatives in the fish value chain among the youth to address the issue of youth unemployment.
Now, my name is Geoffrey Omlai. I'm the CC member for Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperatives in Kakamega County. I've been in the county as a CC member since 2016. And as far as the Ministry of Agriculture is concerned, when His Excellency the Governor Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya took over, he realized that we were having a serious food shortage in the county, to the extent that the little that the farmers were producing would end up being bought by the brokers, who later on would come and resell to them at almost double the price or even 3 times the price. So he came up with a task force to try and find out what we can be able to do to improve on our food security. And they started off by saying that they needed to subsidize the farm inputs. Now, to also diversify, His Excellency decided to have 3 chief officers. One chief officer just to be in charge of the fisheries production, and another one was in charge of agriculture, irrigation and cooperatives, and the last chief officer to be in charge of livestock and veterinary services. So that has now enabled us to be able to go into fish production and also go into poultry and dairy, and that has attracted a number of our youths because they have been able now to be trained to do the ponds and also try to put the fish into the production in the county. Now, with the support of the partners like the FAO, we have been able to have trainings for the youths, have the strategies that can be able to help them, and most of them are now interested. In fact, as we speak, some have come up to form their own groups.
Cliff Chote, a Kenyan youth from Kakamega County, is a graduate of Bachelor in Agricultural Education and Extensions. He also is a beneficiary of an initiative that was launched by Food and Agriculture Organization in 2020, dubbed Integral County Approach Programs, that aims at creating decent rural employment for the youth.
When I finished high school, that is back in 2015, I had this passion of doing engineering, but my grades wouldn't allow. At some point, I had refused even to go to school. But with the efforts of my parents, they took me to school and they insisted on a course that I did not want, that is agriculture. But going to school, bit by bit, day by day, I started to like agriculture since I saw many opportunities in it. Fast forward, come to 3rd year. My father had this fish project, and I was like, fish is only for eating. I did not see any other opportunity in fish until when there was an opportunity for a competition. It was an essay competition on youth engagement in agriculture. So I wrote my story about the fish farming, and surprisingly, I merited and was given a free trip to Accra, Ghana, to attend a workshop on continental youth engagement in agriculture. And this is where my story began. After that, opportunities have been rolling in and out, in and out. Thank you to the FAO team who saw my potential and gave me a task force of being a leader at the county level, leading the youth of Kakamega County and showing them the direction that in agriculture there's an opportunity, there's a potential. You don't need to be employed in an office so that you can be able to earn something, but you can employ yourself in the farm and do something great.
How did Cliff start his fish farming business?
In 2017, that's after I've joined university, my father was doing this fish project, and it happened that he had a transfer from Kakamega to Eldoret, where he went to work there. So I was left with the task of overlooking the project. And I was like, should I only look, or I can do something more than looking? After soul searching, that's when I ventured fully into fish farming. I started by the basics, that's knowing how to construct the fish ponds, management of the fish ponds, which include maintaining the water level, cleanliness of the fish pond, feeding of the fish, sampling of the fish to know their growth rate, and also harvesting of the fish and selling them. During the research, I visited Kakamega County. I saw farmers doing cage farming, and I had a passion like, let me try and see how it does. That's when I started in the production and nursing of the fingerlings. After production and nursing, which normally takes 2 months to produce and to nurse, then I can transfer them to the cages at the lake, so for me to grow and to do the business commercially. This nursing project has been of beneficial for not only me but for my farmers, because you find fries fingerlings 0.5 grams are prone to predators. These are the birds and the frogs. So find like most of the farmers have been having a challenge and a difficulty in raising this fish. So I came up with a nursing project where you raise them in a hopper net. It is an enclosed net. They are nursed there for 2 months. After 2 months, they are about 10 grams. Being 10 grams, they are able to now release to the ponds or to the cages. They now grow on their own without any disturbance by these predators.
Adequate feeds with good feed management are key in successful fish farming. In Kenya, most grow-out fish are fed twice a day, with fingerlings being fed 3 times in a day. We now go to where the fish ponds are, but not without making a stop at the fish feed store to get some food for the fish.
This is used for nursing. As previously said, the fry fingerlings, 0.5 grams, had a challenge in growing in the ponds. And therefore, I came up with this structure known as the hopper net. This is used for nursing these fry fingerlings to 10 grams. In here, they are safe, free from frogs, free from birds, and other predators that can interfere with them.
The hopper net, like Cliff has said, helps in nursing of fingerlings, which are prone to predators such as birds and frogs. It is installed inside the fish pond.
So we first install them in the water. This is how it's done. Yeah, make sure it is aligned well. Now I produce like 10 to 20,000 fingerlings. I want to produce more than that, up to 100,000, up to 200,000. Then I want to hold small farmer groups where I can produce, then give them. As I produce and give them, then they'll find market for them to sell, and also they will produce and also sell back to me. Now that I'll be doing, I'm looking forward to expand the cages to around 200, 300 there. I can say the production is higher since the fish feeds are in all the animals. Fish feeds are the most expensive because it is expensive because of the protein content in the fish. Yeah, you find like the 25 kg bag goes at 5,000 shillings, one of it. And you need like, in a production cycle, you need like 3 of them. That will spend 15,000. Then come to the 3mm bag, 2mm bag, it goes at 4,000 shillings. Also, you need 5 to 6 bags it depends with the number of ponds that you have. Me, I have 4 of them. That's why I know I need 4 to 5 bags in a production cycle. In the selling part, fingerlings or the 0.5 grams, that is from 1 day up to 2 weeks, goes at 3 bob. If I get it to 10 grams in 2 months, they'll go at 15 shillings. Yeah. And for the fish, when I get them to 6 months, they're 350 grams. A kg goes at 400 bob. When a kg goes at 400 bob, if you want me to remove the intestines for you, the customer, I'll sell you a kg at 450 shillings. If you want me to remove for you the intestines and then deep fry for you, it will go at 500 shillings. If you want, yeah, that is value addition. If you want the fillet one, a kg goes at 700 shillings. In a good month, it is over 250,000. The opportunities that are here now, like for example, for me, I do fish farming, I have that knowledge. You find like the county government is rolling out a project on fish farming where they want to teach the youth about how they can be able to keep fish farming. Now that Kakamega County specifically is working on more production of fish because they have a factory and they need more fish for the factory. So like they can contact me, go educate this youth on how to construct the fish ponds, from the construction to the production of the fish. Another thing, the county has provided subsidized feeds. So the bag that you are buying at around 5,000 shillings, that one for the starter, it is half price, which comes to 2,500. So it is encouraging more farmers to keep fish in the county. So I want to encourage the youth, as much as you are applying for these white collar jobs, also have something back at home that you are doing that gives you money aside from the job that you're doing in the offices.
Thank you so much for staying with Youth in Agriculture. We will be taking a short commercial break, but once we come back, we head to Siaya where Cliff has his fish cages.